ये ट्रोलिंग का तो इतना ज्यादा हो गया है कि यू नो दे स्टार्ट टू इंक्लूड योर फैमिली और फिर कंटिन्यूअसली सभी को गाली दे रही है।
That app, that sounds crazy. Like I'm just listening to you.
Which
like
one?
You followers.
It's Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. My basic idea is like keep posting every day.
Any
See,
app
that's the same thing, right?
Makes you need to be constantly engaging with the app. They pump in so much money, and it's literally called like psychometrics, where they literally find the perfect color combination and the perfect everything to keep you engaged. You have to keep scrolling. You know,
I've seen that Netflix movie, The Social Dilemma.
Yeah. So
and the worst part was I was actually posting about it on my social media. So that was the funniest thing.
I'll just say this for all the people who are watching this. If you ever want a recommendation of what to watch, please watch The Social Dilemma, because it will actually inform you about how your data is being used, is being sold, and how there's a concept called data brokers who literally take our data and they sell it. And I didn't know that. I saw a few videos and I'm like, oh, you're called data brokers. That's interesting.
But what about after that? I mean, even if you watch that movie, even if you watch the documentary, uske baad kya? Like I watched Edward Snowden's documentary few years back.
Yes.
और उसमें भी वही सब था that even if your laptop is on and there is nothing on the screen, but still your phone camera will record everything.
Yeah.
So what's the point even? I mean, हम वो देख लेंगे उसके बाद भी next step. What's the next step?
I mean, it helps at least make you a little more aware, a little more careful. I think sometimes we tend to online not take sufficient precautions. I think we take a lot of things for granted. We don't realize how much personal information we're putting out there. Something that I personally stopped doing, and I realized on Instagram I used to do this constantly, was put location tags of everywhere that I was, including my house. Which I mean, and for me, it's still, I have a private account. It's a little limited. For example, you guys as public figures, y'all can't afford to take risks like this.
Right.
It's amplified, obviously, like so many times. And
it is scary. Like
someone had, super basic, obviously.
Someone had sent me a gift, and I took a photo of the gift and I put it up on Instagram. And I'm like, yeah, check it.
And your address was online with your number. I have done this mistake. I've suffered so much. Yeah. But then, see, Yeshu and Sahil and Saloni, these things are all very technical. Right. As the layman I'm talking, these things happen behind our backs, behind our screens, and we have no idea about. What I want to bring up here is something that is very much visible to the entire audience, and something which is very much common going on right now is trolling, which as an actress, I am here to make a change through my social media. Yes, I have a lot of following and I want them to go in a certain direction. I want them to proceed in a positive way, but then the way they troll you, the way they demoralize you, it doesn't affect me. It might not be affecting Sahil and Saloni, but there are many I know who really get affected. And then the real problem starts, the mental health, and then all of these things, they just add on and I think, and it makes it worse.
It makes it worse. And I would also like to say it makes it worse for like women, especially. Like men get trolled, but women get trolled way more, because the problem is, I know fellow comedians who their phone numbers have been leaked. You know, like one person gets access and then WhatsApp group with phone numbers have been leaked, obscene messages, DMs. And the problem is, again, we have to be public. That's how we are, right? People are like, if you're public figures, you should be used to the brickbats. Yeah, sure, okay. I mean, no, I can't get everyone in the world to love me. That's true. I am used to that. But sometimes you're just like, yeah, just because I'm a public figure doesn't mean you can say whatever and get it. Because people message me, like, F you. And I'm like, why? Bro, you can't take creative criticism or what? I'm like, hey, this is not creative.
Oh my God. So, but then see, to us, to this generation is still fine. Now, I'll tell you an incident. I literally pulled my mother into Instagram. Like, please, mommy, it's fun and you'll have, because she's a homemaker. She's at times she's just by herself and she doesn't know what to do. So she wants to, watch something cool and know what is going on around the world. Obviously, we also get a lot of information on this app. So she gets affected when they see they get trolled for no reason, or probably their daughters or their sons getting trolled, their husbands getting trolled for no reason. And that generation is so difficult to handle with what is going on the internet. They are even scared for the kids. Like, even if I have a younger brother or sister who is not right now exposed to social media, but looking at that perspective, my parents would be like, oh my God, we don't want, my daughter is already suffering, we don't want our son to suffer this, so better not do this. So
I totally agree with Divya. I mean, my mother also joined Instagram, and she always reads all my comments. I mean, I don't do that, but she thinks that it's her responsibility to read each and every comment. And then she calls me and says कि किसी ने तुम्हें मोटा बोला, किसी ने तुम्हें गाली दी, and someone once used a particular abusive word, and it was about my mother. So she was like कि अब इसे कैसे रिप्लाई करते हैं मुझे बताओ, क्योंकि ये तो तुम काम कर रहे हो, गालियां हमें दे रहे हैं लोग. तो ये ट्रोलिंग का तो इतना ज्यादा हो गया है. Starts to include your family, or फिर continuously सभी को गाली दे रही होती है.
Something about it. Is there a law which we can propose, or we can request, or as influencers we can bring this together on a bigger level, where there has to be a certain language, there has to be a code of conduct how to be an audience, because there is a code of conduct for everything. There's a code of conduct of how a celebrity should be, how an influencer should be, how a comedian should be, in everybody's head. I'm telling you, in everybody's head, I have a different perspective. I like this kind of comedy. I want a comedian to be like this. He should look funny, he should dress funny, he should do this, he should do that, something creepy, crazy. So I have this idea, but then there has to be a code of conduct for the audiences also.
Right.
For people who are just consuming content.
See, the thing
I think
is,
there are some laws for cyberbullying. Right?
There are cyberbullying. Yeah. See, when we are talking about privacy, another thing that we don't we are trying to understand is that, see, we are public figures, but the majority of people who abuse us are private figures. People who have created fake accounts and private accounts that you can't click on them and you're like, okay, let me know more about you, your family. Sometimes I do that. Once in a while, a troll I'll just click the profile. I'm like, थोड़ा जानते हैं. Let me see कहाँ से आ रहे हो.
I've done that too.
Yeah.
I've done that too. I replied them, bro, what's your problem? He's like, hey, I'm just a fan, I just wanted your attention. I'm like,
yeah. And the thing is, while like privacy for them is great, because privacy acts like a guise, like just because I'm a private profile, I can be anonymous. And because I'm anonymous, I can say whatever I want, however I want, and get away with it. And unfortunately, there's nothing you can do about that, because you can't take their anonymous face away, can't make them public.
Yeah. So, I mean, like you said, like you talked about a code of conduct for influencers and actresses and stuff like that. I think, platforms also have their own code of conduct as well, where there are obviously certain rules where if you post language that is against the rules, if you post nudity or anything sexually explicit, stuff like that, there is content that will automatically get taken down. You also have mechanisms to report certain accounts if they violate.
We know, yes.
But then again, when it comes to these rules, because these are rules that are arbitrarily set by the platforms, there's not always a lot of transparency. Sometimes you report someone, sometimes their account might get taken down. Sometimes their account might not get taken down. And you don't know the logic behind it. There's no reasoning behind why this account is flourishing, why it's not. And I think that's a larger debate that has been happening as well in whether there have always been accusations by different groups of people saying that this platform is favoring this section of society and this section, and they're not censoring them, but they're censoring this section. And I think when it comes to platforms, that accountability isn't there as much, but there are certain rules that are available. And then as like you pointed out, we also do have a legal framework within which you can there is some recourse. Now, the thing is, the legal framework as it exists today, a lot of our laws were drafted decades ago, long before. I mean, even the internet as it exists now is so different as it was from what it was a couple of years ago. So the laws haven't always kept up with the crimes or the offenses that are happening right now. So some of the offenses that you're talking about, there are sections of the IPC, there are sections of the IT Act. Like you said, there's laws against cyberbullying, things like that.
All right. So a lot of people, I'm sure you must be like watching this video and you'll be like, okay, wow, that's a lot of conversation. But yes, let me just quickly simplify. Talk about privacy, fight about privacy, discuss privacy, read up, and also check out www.reclaimyourprivacy.in. That's the website you have to check out. It's got all the data that you require, all the information that you require, and more importantly, steps that you can actively take to try to actively prevent your data being leaked. And I think that's the most important thing. And that's the reason why we are here to tell you that it's, the ship could be reaching wherever it is, but it's never too late to prevent it from going further. So do what you can and try to reclaim your privacy. And we shall see you all very, very soon in another episode of Private Chat, where we will discuss private matters for the public consumption. Once again, thank you so much, Yesha. Thank you so much, Divya. Thank you so much, Saloni, for being part of this chat.